Well, this has certainly been a lively start to the stream, I'll give you that one. welcome in everyone. And there's a lot of...
Fuck! Oh!
There's a lot of fuck in this channel today. But no, welcome in one and all. For those of you that know me, I am your favorite neighborhood birdie, the one and only Raven. I better be the one and only. If I'm not, I want to know about it.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that?
This person wasted their channel points for a sound that literally tells them that they're stupid. You're stupid.
I'm already getting lost. Oh my god, help me. Sorry about that, Sims fangirl. Welcome in from the Jordwell stream. For those of you that don't know me, well, you heard my introduction a moment ago. It's been one of those kind of days where everyone seems to know everyone, everyone loves everyone, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. In other words, it's just a normal weekday for me. Okay, let me see if I can catch up on chat quickly. I'm not gonna do a full Misty, make sure I've caught absolutely everything, but let me see here. We've had a couple of follows, so Glutton, thank you very much for the follow. Sims Fangirl, thank you for the follow. Jordwell for the follow. And I think this one was post-stream, but Tears of Mana followed me last night as well, post-stream. So if she's here, thank you all. Where are we? There's the raid and the automatic shout-out. I noticed the video was a bit small, so I do apologise for that. Sims Fangirl making herself known. Clever Ducks in here. We wish thee well by the will of Miser Jordwell. Oh dear. Is your butt prepared? Well, if it's not, I'm playing the wrong game, because this is a game that will quite, like, in the first chapter of the first game literally tells you that one of the characters will, and I quote, butter up their pooper. And I'm not even making that up. Redeems first. But were you first, though? I don't think you were. Ads. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I have to run them. I try to run them when I'm not doing gameplay. Sorry again, Ducks, for my shortness. That sounds like a you problem, George. Well, there's pills for that kind of thing. Do you need to stream for a certain number of hours to get your affiliate invitation? I actually just looked that up, and the short answer to that is yes. So for getting affiliate, you need a minimum of 50 followers. You need to stream for a minimum of 8 hours, and that 8 hours has to be split across 7 different days, and each stream you need to have an average of 3 viewers, or I think it's an overall average of 3 viewers across all of your streams, and that's all within a 30-day period. I was quick enough. I got mine quickly enough, but I mean, not everyone is going to be as quick as me. I accept that. So yeah, not going to shame. I already have the hours, it's more like the days. Yes, so you need a minimum of 7 days worth of streams within a 30-day period. Yes, exactly what I needed today. Was that the response to the inspirational message? I hate you, boo. Oh, I'm heartbroken now. Double ketchup? The fuck is double ketchup? Oh, never mind, I just got it. Redeems first, yes, butter up good. Yes, and I did see Maligo's here with the hydrates as well, so definitely got to make sure I stay hydrated. So Jordan's done enough long streams, but not on enough separate days. That's what it seems like, to me anyway. So, you know what? Jord? You need to get streaming more. Anyway, speaking of streaming, I suppose I better give you. Should we try that again? I suppose we better get some game action going on. So let's make sure that's all up and running. I will. Good man. That's what I like to hear. I've just realised my controller's not plugged in and the game's not turned on. I am off to a wonderful start today. Give me a second. Right, recognise the controller. Perfect.
Hello, motherfucker.
Well, hello to you too, motherfucker. Who the fuck was that? Oh, it was you, George. Well, oh, for bits as well. Well, thank you very much for the bits. You did not need to do that, but they're all gratefully appreciated as always. My game has crashed. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is that playing on my headset? Yes, it is. Oh, for God's sake. It's playing the sound, but not the video. Hang on. Give me a second. Oh, I got the George cuss. The cuss, yeah. Hang on. How the hell? Just quit out of there. No. Where are we? Sorry about this. Yeah, there we go. Delete that. Right, shall we try that again? Right, play.
FBI, open up!
Right, has it come up this time? Yes, it has. Okay. It's one of these weird games with even weirder quirks. I don't know what it is. It's one of those things. Don't know if I was going for that kind of quirk, but okay. So, welcome to Corpse Party Book of Shadows, the second game or the second major game of the series. I think there were a couple of spin-offs before this point, but I don't have all of them yet. Right, and I need to get to the point where I can actually see my chat again. Give me a second. A hype train's close? What is going on? Llama with 100 bits for the FBI. Jordwell playing Pornhub for 200 bits. I hope they're not white bits. And holy shit, it's actually close to a hype train. What is going on? Alright, give me just a second. There we go. So,
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
oh jeez, I'm fucking sorry, guys. What would you like me to do? Right. Okay, here we go. So, you're kind of joining me a bit late into the series here, because I've already done Seal, Demise, Encounter, Purgatory, and Shangri-La. Shangri-La that one took a few attempts to get. Especially when you consider that, oh! I don't know if the sound alert went off for that, but thank you for the sub, George. You definitely did not need to do that. You madman. You absolute fucking madman. But thank you.
Are you crazy? Is there something wrong with you? Are you fucking nuts right now? Somebody help me. I'm dying.
And with the gift sub to Flamey as well. You are fucking nuts, but I love you to bits. He's a crazy man. You're a scary llama. And somewhere in the mix, there's a cool girl that plays The Sims. Seems like a great community. So yes, as of this particular stream, I haven't yet done the recording for the wrong ends of Shangri-La. Partly because of just how fucking many there are to do.
Are you crazy? Is there something wrong with you? Are you fucking nuts right now? Somebody help me. I'm dying.
Oh dear.
I can suck your dick.
I forgot I had that in my sound alerts. Oh, Jesus. This is going to be one of these kind of streams, I can tell. Yeah, so I haven't done all the wrong ends for Shangri-La yet. I haven't done that recording. I'll probably do that either once I'm done tonight or tomorrow. So, in the meantime, There's nothing stopping me from proposition still stands. I'm sure that's not all that's standing. But there's nothing stopping us from moving on to Meyer. Do I know anything about Meyer? Not on your fucking life. So let's jump straight in. I am also, just because we have new people here, I am going to reiterate the content warning of this game. This game does deal with some sensitive topics, including but not limited to gore, torture, suicide, including those of minors, and other things that may also be unsuitable for those of a nervous disposition. So, viewer discretion very much advised here. Kids dies in this game. Correct. I wish this one would, because she's an annoying bitch. I don't know, my dear. Where are you? And can you shut the fuck up while you're there? So the first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was the ceiling of a dark, gloomy room with flickering, uncovered light bulbs. I see you have found my bedroom. Huh? What's this? Cancel Reven. He wants people to die. Reven.
Thank you, but why?
Rov3NK Flippin' the Bird.
I wasn't expecting it to read that out, but thank you, Miligo, for the
Ooh, one of these here days. I swear to you, I'm gonna turn your picnics into soup, feed you to my train as fuel, since you don't have any respect for me train.
Well, thank you for the hype train. It's been a while since I've heard that alert. I've had not.
I can suck your dick.
I have no words. I just have no words.
Are you crazy? Is there something wrong with you? Are you fucking nuts right now? Somebody help me! I'm dying!
Llama's going nuts with the gift subs again. I'm gonna have to change my goal in a minute at this rate. Gifting a sub to Clever Ducks. Flavey, sorry. Flavey, my apologies. I'm getting all my menus are running together at this point, and I think the heat's getting to me too. I'll be honest. But no,
All of the birds died in 1986 due to Reagan killing them and replacing them with spies that are now watching us. The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
I'm fine with the. I'm fine with this. This kind of this kind of hate train. I could have used some of that last night after Shangri-La. But this kind of abuse, I could definitely get used to this kind of abuse. In that aspect, I'm very much a sub. You guys are the doms. The random bursts of light they shone were so dim that they only just barely lit up the wood grain on the ceiling, enough to see patterns in it. And the back of my head hurt in the same way it would if someone had just pulled my hair really hard. Maybe someone pulled your hair really hard. Just a thought. I couldn't do anything about it though, so I just frowned and waited for it to subside. I wonder if I'd hit my head somewhere. Couldn't have possibly hit your head anywhere. It would have knocked some sense into you. Or maybe you finna die, Yuka. Wishful thinking. She is the most spoiled, most annoying 14-year-old you could ever hope to meet. And I know my sister. I suddenly realized that my feet weren't
I
touching
can
the
suck your
ground.
dick.
It's gotta be one of. um. You've even broken the legal. That's impressive. Well done. All right. Everyone, take a number. Get in line. I am done with Twitch for the day. I'm off to OnlyFans. No, I'm joking. And there was a cold sensation all along my back. I must have been lying down on a hard surface. Apparently there's a lot of hard things in this stream at the moment. What? Can I say I'm a menace? You can say it.
Are you crazy? Is there something wrong with you? Are you fucking nuts right now? Somebody help me! I'm dying!
And Flame with the gifted sub to Glutton. Nice. Oh, you've made me need to get a new goal. God damn it. All right. New goal it is. Let me get this set. That is fine. I didn't. All of it says updated. I didn't get the chance to change it. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. That's why. Subscriptions.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there to you too, Hysteria. How are you doing today? Hysteria is another one of our relatively new streamers. Definitely need to give her a bit of a shout out in a minute. I just need to make one quick change to this. In that goal. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And start it. There we go. No audio, just lurking. That's okay. What's my current goal? Well, my current goal was 10 active subscriptions, and well, you've taken me to that. So I've just made the new goal 20. But no, thank you all very much. And here, let me give a couple of people a shout out as well. Starting off with our relatively brand new streamer Hysteria, who just came in. Definitely help her get to affiliate as well as Jort. Give her some love. And it's the fucking Hokey Cokies.
She's a good dancer,
or
right?
Macarena clip again. We need to get her more clips as well.
Let's put it here.
Ooh! Receive the level 2 hype train emote. Nice. What
She's
did I
dancing
get?
without any music. Macarena, yes, she's dancing the Macarena. Well, I've got a back dancer for entertainment.
A prize worth subbing for. Exactly. Level 3, 45%. Not bad at all. Or level, level 2, 45% of the way to level 3.
Yeah, so she can't leave now.
And we've got other nice, awesome people in here as well. So you know what? Let me just do everyone some shoutouts. Yes. So Jordwell got his shoutout automatically when he raided me. We're gonna give Flamey a wee shoutout as well. The rain is just adding to the atmosphere, by the way.
Hab keinen Bock mehr auf dich, du Mistkerl.
What the heck are you playing here?
For real? Der steht wieder auf. Willst du dich verarschen? Okay. Ich hab was gelernt. Hau ihn nicht weiter an, wenn das schon auf dem Boden liegt. Ja. Danke, Daddy. Daddy, nein.
No, it's not.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh, is that Resident Evil 7, actually? I'll have to look that one up later. And of course, we've got a scary llama who's really not all that scary until you actually speak to him in Discord.
What's got you going not like this, Misty? Something amiss?
Oh god, the ASMR!
Shadow, it seems you've been a bit of a naughty. Time to straighten.
And Tears of Mana! Hello, hello, hello. This was our raid. This was not a raid target last night. I raided Llama, who in turn raided Tears of Mana. So, by virtue of happenstance, I found another awesome lady, stopping in for the very first time. Definitely give her some love as well if you aren't already following. She loves her horror. The moment she said that she loves her horror games, I was sold.
Did he drain? Did he stop cancel me? Did anyone catch what he did? Did he just do Kunda? I didn't catch what he just did. And I'm a little annoyed.
And so many people have joined the channel in the last, like, half hour or so. Apologies if I've missed anyone on the shout out front. This is just the ones that I definitely know are in here at the moment. If there is anyone I've missed, I'm sure you'll get your own shout out at some point, but yeah, thank you all so very much for stopping by. It has genuinely been a long time since it has been this busy in this channel, and well, I've got you guys to thank for it, so, well, yeah, thank you at the end of the day. That's the long and short of it. Alright, so, loud noises! Wah! The fuck was that noise? Oh my god. And yet it's still less annoying than Yuka, who couldn't move her legs.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, Private Pile?
Sir, it's a laboratory, sir! And a really fucking annoying 14-year-old. Sir, I'd just have to keep lying here until they woke up. Well, you're going to be lying there a while. I gave up on moving and instead just stared up at the gloomy ceiling again. Oh, I don't know about gloomy. I think it brings the room together, don't you? You just have no appreciation for art, do you? I knew it wasn't actually a person, but it really did look like one. And he was glaring down at me with a hateful expression. It was creepy. Well, no less creepy than being related to you. Oh, that was it. It looked like the Scream, that Munch painting we studied in class, except this face was screaming in anger. He hated me. So in other words, nothing like the Scream.
Fuck! 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 Oh!
Well, when you've got a guy running along the corridor breaking shit and yelling fuck, anyone would get scared. If only Oni-chan were here with me. I literally just said Oni-chan. What the fuck? He'd just pat my head and laugh and tell me how silly I was being. All the while thinking...
What you say to me, you little shit?
All the while thinking exactly that. Thank you for the bits. I was still a little disoriented, but I turned and twisted my head as best as I could manage to see if I could find him anywhere nearby. No, there's no finding anyone in a school like this. Why was I sleeping in a place like this anyway? Reasons. I think you missed an H in that, George. And why wasn't Big Brother at my side like he always was?
確かお兄ちゃんの学校に傘を届けてみんなでおまじないをしてそしたら古い学校に私はずっとおトイレに行きたくてでも途中でお兄ちゃんとはぐれちゃって
Yes, the big storyline of Little Sister. It was impossible to find her a bathroom. And to think that was probably the least annoying thing about her storyline. Why were we in this school to begin with? I'm so used to seeing you that I went, oh hi, like you were already here. Well, if you like a person that much, you see them everywhere. Or if you're scared shitless, apparently you see them looking at you in anger in the roof. Maybe the charm failed and this was our punishment. Maybe. Maybe I was the one who messed it up. I probably shouldn't have even been there. No, you should not. And if I hadn't asked him to help me try to find a bathroom, we wouldn't be separated right now. It's all your fault, Yuka. That's really harsh of me to say, but I should have just held his hand and not let go. I could have lasted a little longer without peeing. Good to know. Then we'd still be together, and still moaning that you needed a piss.
Drink water. Become.
Speaking of needing a piss, Maligo is going to make me want to. But thank you for the hydrate. Same here. How is Maligo making me drink, wanting to make you piss? Actually, you know what? Don't answer that. I mean, I'm just thinking as well, with how fucked up this school is, and the fact that there's corpses all over the place, although you can't see them right now, people hanging themselves, being decapitated, losing their limbs, having it like being bifurcated in some cases, and all other kinds of weird, wacky shit. Does it really fucking matter where you take a piss? Like, I would, even if none of the bathrooms were working, I'd piss in the corner if I had to. Oh yes, his name. I'm just everywhere now. Maybe they're concerned about ghostly public hygiene. You know, I never thought of it like that. Maybe you're right. These tortellini are taking forever. Ooh. I just ate right before stream, but you're making me hungry again. Oh no, the awesome fit ghost. Oh Jesus. Why aren't those... Hang on. Those emotes aren't actually coming up for me. Like, on my end, and I don't know why. So, Yuka dies? I wish you would hurry up and do it. I then realised that I couldn't see my arms. Where were they? Why weren't they at my sides? They've been chopped off. They were still numb too, so I couldn't feel where they were either. But I tried my best to move them anyway. I love how it took her this long to figure that out. I thought maybe the reason I couldn't feel my arms or legs, and couldn't move, was because I was tied up really tight, and it was cutting off my circulation. Well, you don't know how right you are. With some effort, I was finally able to move my fingertips. I started feeling everything I could, grateful even for this little bit of reassurance. I could go somewhere with that, but I won't. And the rope around my wrists had been tied up tight and looped many times over, and with the circulation trickling back into my hands, it was really painful. Yeah, I have circulation problems, since my surgery a few years ago. It's not fun when that happens. I was so scared. It felt like I'd forgotten how to breathe. And yet here you are. The footsteps were echoing from out in the hallway. They stopped right in front of this room. How naive do you have to be to think that is automatically going to be your brother? I wriggled in place and screamed as loud as I could. I didn't even care about the old splintery rope cutting into my wrists and ankles anymore.
暴れない方がいい。余計きつくなってしまうよ。
That's not Oni-chan.
待たせてしまったようだね。暗くて怖かっただろ。
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
大丈夫かい、ゆかちゃん。
He was looking at me with a caring, sympathetic smile on his face. He seemed to be really concerned about me. Oh, I like that song. I've got about 3 different versions of it in my music list.
Ah,
Ah, それは僕が縛ったんだよ。大事な妹ともう二度とはぐれないようにね。
Yeah, this is where shit looks like it's about to get really creepy.
君は僕の大事な妹だ。だから僕と離れないようにしっ かり縛っておかないと。
You're mine forever.
どうして刻みさん、嘘でしょ。
どうして？君こそ僕の妹なのになぜわからないんだい？
The part where the two of you are apparently related, even though you aren't.
わかりません。だって私は。
ユカはまだ小さいからわからないのかもしれないね。大丈夫。これからお兄ちゃんが教えてあげるよ。僕たち兄弟はこれから分かり合うんだ。
You're not related, you psycho! His eyes looked like they were staring far off into the distance, like he was in a trance. Well, trance video, baby.
怖いよ、お兄ちゃん。
Why was he doing this? Why did he tie me up? And why did he look so happy about it? Again, there's about 6 different directions I can go with this, and I don't really feel comfortable with any of them, so I won't. I didn't get any of it. Every hair on my body was standing on end. I was terrified. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Sure there is. You can die. The corners of my eyes were on fire. I couldn't stop myself from crying. Tears were flowing down my face like a waterfall. Kizami smiled, then reached out and touched my cheek, like a caring big brother. His hand was ice cold. Like most men's hands, to be honest. It was like there was no blood flowing through it at all, like the hand of a dead person. Not yet.
ずっと待っていたんだ。
さあ、僕に魂の輝きを見せてくれ。
君のすべてをかけて、いい声で泣いてくれるよね。
He slowly and hesitantly took his hand off my cheek, then began walking around me toward my feet. Then he gently grabbed my skirt with one hand, where the fuck is this going, and drew a knife from his breast pocket with the other. Where is this going?
It's show time!
Oh, that's that. Oh my gosh, that's almost as good as the shout in the first game of the toilet ghost. It's weirder if you don't know what I mean. And obviously they're all talking Japanese, and then all of a sudden you just hear the toilet ghost shout, "I love you!" And that genuinely did break me. I think I've still got it on my channel as a highlight somewhere. Oh.
So, それだよ。僕が求めていたのはその声、その顔だ。恐怖と絶望が頂点に達したとき、魂は最高の輝きを放つ。それをもっと見たい。それを僕に向けてくれ。ゆかちゃんならもっと輝けるはずなんだ。大丈夫。
お兄ちゃんが手伝ってあげるよ。鮮血にまみれ、痛みにもがき、苦しむ姿は今よりもっと綺麗に違いない。
I'm so glad. I'm so glad George decided not to do the sound alert. No, that can't be good. No, it really can't.
Hmm? どうしたんだい、ユウカ。休んじゃダメだよ。まだまだこれからなんだからね。
This is disturbing even for Corpse Party, and that's saying something.
さあ、お兄ちゃんって呼んでごらん。
How about I call you dickhead? Because that's what you are.
What を言っているんだい、ユウカ。お兄ちゃんはほら、君の目の前にいるじゃないか。
Ooh, no, the annoying brat dies. Can't happen fast enough. And the panic and fear just kept getting more and more overpowering. I think I was hyperventilating. I mean, I think I would be too. But Kizami showed no mercy. Instead, he reached out and grabbed my neck. Word of warning, there is an ad break coming up soon. Those of you that are not subbed, you could sub to avoid it. Twitch Nitro, or just get an ad blocker. So it'll start any second now. Oh, and anyone that's been gifted a sub or got a sub today, and still gets an ad, refresh the stream, it'll then catch up. That's just creepy for creepiness sake. Why is she there? This is giving me when this is giving me when cicadas cry vibes. I'm not actually familiar with that, but why she's there is Kizami. This game kind of explores some of the alternative endings of the original game, but in more detail. So this particular scenario, it looks like this follows a scenario where Yuka and Kizami were actually looking for each other's sisters, or relatives, sorry. And Kizami snapped, started murdering a couple of people, and then tried to claim Yuka as his own sister. And to get the true ending of the game, on the original game, you had to escape Kizami. But here, this particular ending is what happens if you get caught by him.
A few moments later.
Your cervical vertebrae? What? Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Thank you for the stretch of the posture check. I need both right now.
苦しいかい？苦しいよね。
This gaming is giving mortuary assisted vibes after that comment. Given what I was watching on Llama's stream last night, I can't disagree. The only difference is, literally the only difference is, Yuka's clothed.
ユカが悪いんだよ。僕以外のお兄ちゃんはここにはいないはずなのに。
And given that she's 14, I sincerely hope she stays that way. I feel like my hopes are about to be dashed. With that, he let go of my neck, but then hastily pulled the knife in his hands right up to my face. He made sure I could see every inch of it clearly, and just held it there, slowly turning it, for what felt like an eternity. Please, God, tell me we're still talking about the knife. Oh, welcome back from the ad break, folks. You have returned to... I don't know what the fuck you've returned to.
ちゃんと見えてるかな？ユカ。
Again! Please tell me we're still talking about the knife! The knife was stained with red... Okay, good. The knife was stained with red splatter marks. Not even red, just dark. It wasn't a colour I knew well, but there was only one thing it could have been. Yeah, exactly. What is that emote, anyway?
ああ、これかい？心配しなくてもいいよ。
Oh, it's an F emote. Okay, I'm sitting a bit away from my screen, so I couldn't quite see it. Kurosaki dirtied it a bit, but it still cuts like new. Oh, Kurosaki's dead at this point. Oh, oops. I was shivering so hard I could feel my teeth vibrating. Well, nice to know even they can, at least they can move. A chill ran through every part of me, as if I were so afraid that it had actually lowered my body temperature. Oh, I know that feeling. It's usually the day I have to pay my bills. The chattering coming from inside my mouth was getting louder and louder, to such an extent that even I was getting distracted by it.
いい顔だ。僕の妹はいい仕事をする。少し布が邪魔だな。
Oh dear God. Yeah, no, I'm kind of with you on that one. I am very much with you on that one. I hope to fuck it doesn't get any worse. Kazami suddenly tore my uniform, exposing my stomach. Yeah, this is getting all kinds of wrong.
だ、この水風船のようなお腹はたっぷり内臓が詰まっているじゃないか。
He laid the knife blade flat across my belly button, and the sudden sensation of cold metal against my skin sent even more shivers up into my spine. This is really loud, Jesus!
痛かったら声を上げていいからね。恥ずかしいことじゃないんだよ。
Yes, or to be suddenly headless.
もう終わりかい？どうしたんだい、ユカ。まさかこれで終わりじゃないだろう。せっかく欲しかった妹が手に入ったのに。
I feel like we're going to be putting some sort of list if this continues. I feel like I'm already on that list! But why? I know! Bloodspot loves you. Now I'm beginning to understand why this room is almost always locked. Never mind her, I'm getting chills at this point. Hey, Kazami, your marbles, where are they? Yeah, pretty much.
Drink water. Become.
I think Kazami's moist enough for all of us combined. But thanks for the hydrate anyway. I think the FBI have turned up. I was about to do the same. FBI, open up! Why didn't that come up in my event list? I heard it, but I didn't show it for some reason. Weird. Oh, there it is. How to piss off a psychopath. Wow, aren't you a wonderful role model? Whimper trickle. That's slightly concerning. Yeah, you know, for evidence purposes, right, Fangirl?
興味深いな。そんな格好になってまで兄貴を呼ぶのか。なんて哀れな。僕の可愛い妹だ。今気持ちよくさせてあげるよ。
Moving on!
もうそんな哀れな姿で泣かなくていい。哀れ。今俺は
この子を見て哀れと言ったか。なぜ哀れと思った。何なんだこの気分は。かわいそう。俺にもそんな感情が、俺にもまだそんな感情が生まれる未来が残されているというのか。他の奴らとは違う、この俺にも。
ですからあの子がそんなことするはずがありません。残念ですが、本人はゆうやくんは相手の子を傷つけようと思ってハサミを持ったと言うんです。
Kindergarten, Jesus. Also, Nightbot, you are going nuts again. I need to fix the timings on some of them.
わざとやったとおっしゃるんですか？私たちが駆けつけた時、彼は血だらけになった自分の手を見て笑っていました。とにかくこちらではもう対応しかねます。
A few moments later.
お引き取りください。待ってください。
Congratulations! You've been expelled.
潰れなかったのか。
俺は幼い頃から命に思いやりを持ったり、他人の心を感じたりする方法がわからなかった。次第に親たちはあくまでも見るような目で俺を疎んじるようになり。
They were right!
兄と姉ばかりに愛情を注ぎ始めた。成績優秀で人格者の兄と姉ばかり。さすが周りが揃って認める人格者は違うと思ったよ。親でさえ諦めた俺を兄と姉だけは接し続けていたんだ。特に兄貴はその吐き気がするほどの優等生ぶりを振りかざし、熱心に俺をいい弟にしようとした。
Oh, how dare your brother fucking try to actually, you know, somewhat get you brought up right? How fucking dare he? And I suppose as well, there's also the argument of if you've got it, flaunt it.
あいつは兄の立場を利用して俺に命令し、俺にしつこくつきまとった。
Well, fucking behave and then he wouldn't have to follow you.
そうだ。小学生の頃、俺は一度だけ本気で兄にぶつかったことがあったんだ。
なんてことしてるんだ。ヒューヤ、何を燃やしたんだ。
何って動物だよ。ああ、匂うから怒ってんのか。しょうがないじゃん。今殺したばかりでまだ血が残って。
Thank you. I'm not normally one for physical violence, physical abuse. But boy, did you fucking have that coming. This game gave me a terminal sickness. Sickness, thy name is Kizami.
何すんだよ、バカに。
I honestly had no idea why he'd struck me, but this was the first time I'd ever been on the receiving end of violence, and I was pissed. If it's only the first time, that explains a few things. I tried to jump him, but he was just too big. I didn't stand a chance.
どうして命を大切にしない。どうしてこんなこと。殺すなんて。 なぜこんなことするんだ、ゆうや。
うるせえ、俺が拾ってきたんだ。切り殺そうが何しようが俺の勝手だろ。
So, ladies, boyfriend material? Don't actually answer that. Totes. That was twice now. I was so going to make him pay. Yeah, you so have not done so yet. I swore I'd injure him. My punch was going to connect. If I could have hit him in the head, any other part of his body would do just as well. See, I've just got the image of Big Brother keeping Little Brother at arm's length, like hand on head, Kizami just swinging for Big Brother and hitting nothing but air. You know the image I'm talking about?
先に生まれただけで偉そうにしやがって。俺がもっとでかければ。
Well, you aren't, so fuck off.
そういう問題じゃないだろう。成長しろ、ゆうや。本当に頭の悪い男でなければ、いずれ理解できるはずだ。今ある体格差や年の差はすぐに何の意味もなくなる。大事なのは心の成長なんだ。他人の痛みが分かる人間になってくれ。
I could have sworn I saw tears welling up in his eyes. The hell was that about? He just beat me up, and here he was looking sad.
俺は兄貴とは違う。
And for that, I'm glad.
違わない。お前は俺の弟だ。ずっとお前は俺の弟だ。それは一生変わらない。
Unfortunately. I can still remember what a disgustingly sentimental look he was giving me when he said that. Yeah, well, he shouldn't have needed to say it, you bloody moron!
死ねよ、死ね死ね死ね。兄貴なんか殺してやる。何すんだよ。ゆうや、やめなさい。
Well, here comes the sister.
離せ、離せよ。待てよ、バカに。
いいか。大事なのは心の成長だ。胸に刻み込んでおけ。
偽善者が。思いっきりぶん殴りやがって。ゆうや。
You know, there is such a thing as being cruel to be kind.
大丈夫？頭打たなかった？
He didn't suffer any head trauma or anything. I mean, who knows? Maybe those couple of punches will actually knock some fucking sense into him.
ほっとけよ。今はまだわからなくても、きっとあんたが大人になれば理解できるから。俺のことを理解できないのは姉貴たちの方だろ。なんで俺が一番下なんだよ。
Because mommy and daddy didn't want to fuck anymore. How the fuck should I know?
下の兄弟が欲しい。俺ならもっと理解して、絶対に可愛がってやるのに。兄さんも私も、あんたが大好きよ。はあ？私たちは分かってるから、あんたが本当は優しい子だってこと。
You don't know shit then, do you?
この子のお墓作ってあげよう。ね、ゆうや。そんなんゴミ箱に捨てりゃいいだろ。ゆうや！
Wow!
あんた、 のままじゃ一生一人ぼっちになっちゃうよ。
My sister grabbed me by both of my shoulders and looked me right in the eyes when she said this. Yeah? But I didn't care about a word she was saying. I just pushed her away.
俺のことが好きだから。俺のことを分かったふりをするな。この嘘つき女。ゆうや。嘘って。俺は誰も信じない。誰にも負けない。俺に嘘をつくやつは許さない。絶対だ。
そうだった。この頃からだ。人間の本当の気持ちを。そう。正直な反応を見るにはどうすべきか考えるようになったのは、周りの連中を理解できない俺のことを理解してくれる者などいない。処世術を得た俺は目立たず毎日を過ごすため、常にそういう自分を演じるようになっていた。
Trying my best not to stand out. I'm no expert, but I think murdering people and capturing little girls and doing all sorts of unspeakable bullshit, I think that makes you stand out just a little bit.
つまらない話に興味を持ったかのように笑い、同情したふりを装い、傷ついた顔を作ってやった。偽りの仮面に気づかず笑顔で言い寄ってくるクラスメイトたち。奴らは全部嘘っぱちだ。本質も見えていないくせに上辺だけで人を分かったようなふりをする。俺の簡単な演技に騙される。頭の軽くて愚かな蔑視すべき存在。兄貴たちと同じだ。俺に嘘をつく許されざる存在だから試したいと思っていたんだ。他人を本当に理解することができる方法、俺を理解させる方法。気づかなかったろ。俺はずっとお前らを殺したいと思ってたって。死に際に立つ人間は正直だ。動物どもと同じ。みんな正面からこちらに向き合って本物の会話をしてくれた。一部を除いては。いい返事だ。それでいいんだ。もっと見せてみろよ、お前の裸の感情を。
お前のためなんかに。
悲鳴も命乞いも噛み殺して絶命した奴がいたんだった。なんだそりゃ、抵抗のつもりか
And I liked her as a character.
この時のなんと満たされなかったことか。もっと理解し合おうぜ。この空間に来て俺でも少しは変われるのかとの期待も少しはあった。だが人を殺めた後ですら俺に人間らしい感情は湧かなかった。
ゆうや、命は平等なんだ。ちゃんと覚えておけよ。
命は平等。ああ、確かに平等だったさ。
Yeah.
殺す時は同じだったよ。人間も動物も虫けらも。でもまあ殺す感触は同じでも さすがに人を殺めてしまった罪はもう引き返せないか。後悔はなかったが、もう自分には欲しい未来すら浮かばなかった。
Well, I'm glad you realized that at least. What the hell?
今のは今俺は誰かを哀れんで。
And now we're back to Yuka.
お腹パンパン。
そう、この感覚だ。この俺が相手を哀れんでいる。そんなに震えて大丈夫かい？
So this is before she was captured. And while she was still about to piss herself. I need to lurk for a bit. No worries, Llama. Have a good one.
なんでここまで我慢を？
さっきお兄ちゃんとはぐれちゃって。
そのはぐれたお兄ちゃんに言わなかったのかい？おトイレに行きたいって。
だってずっとおトイレはどこも使えなくて。
They're all usable. Just move the bodies at the road.
あとおトイレ以外のところでしたって。
Use a sink if you have to. I've never done that before anyone says anything.
お兄ちゃんに思われたくなかったから。
献身的な妹。そうだ、これだ。自分より弱い存在守ってあげなきゃ。これだよ、これだ。俺が欲しかったのは。
どうかしたんですか、Kizamiさん。
Oh, there's plenty wrong. It's called Kizami.
この俺が哀れと感じたこのことならまだ未来はあるんじゃないか。そうだ、哀れむ感情があるならまだ罪を許される要素があるはずだ。この子と暮らせれば。そうするか。俺と暮らすか。
私やっぱり一人でお兄ちゃん探します。
一人で？どうして？ようやく見つけたのに。どうして？こいつも俺から離れていくんだ。
I can think of a few reasons.
Run! Rabbit run!
Oh, I forgot about that English message.
ダメだ。一緒に行こう。
ほら、兄さんの言うことを聞かないからだよ。
Okay, apparently we're back for round 2, 3. Round 1, part 2. I don't fucking know. I'd been screaming and crying so much that my throat was now bone dry. I couldn't manage any more than a whimper. I'm guessing this is Yuka speaking. My throat was actually in a lot of pain. It burned like someone had cut it wide open. Maybe someone has. Kizami had raised the knife as if he were about to kill me, but for some reason, he just froze like that. And all I could do was lie there, struggling to breathe. Aside from his heavy panting, I could only hear the sound of my own chattering teeth. Oh, excuse me. And my throat trying to give way. Ah. You know, I think the FBI would have a field day with Kizami, don't you?
死にたくない。もう一度お兄ちゃんに会いたい。
I breathed in as deeply as I could, then mustered every last bit of strength I had. I wanted to call out with all my might. I wanted to call for help. Life alert! I've fallen and I can't get up! The sentiment was there, but the words couldn't possibly have been heard by anyone else, except the person I didn't want to hear them. Yeah, how are you gonna do that one? Ah. My strange scream seemed to snap Kizami out of his trance. He brought the tip of his knife down onto my cheek, but didn't break the skin.
どんなに助けを呼んでも誰も来ないんだ。
He was looking down at me with blank, empty eyes. It was like he'd just woken up from a really long dream. Yeah, kinda. This game is be like cry, cry, cry. This part, definitely, yeah. Other parts, not so much. I mean, were you around for the first chapter? That chapter was just, two girls spending a night in and showering together. At least for the first part. He made off, found me, but I knew he was looking. He was worried. Give me a second. I'm gonna keep playing, but I'm gonna mute myself for a second because my ears give me some grief. I need to deal with it.
来るわけないだろう。君のお兄ちゃんはここにいるんだから。うるさい。
Holy shit, she's actually fighting back. I must have bitten even harder than I thought. I could taste his blood. Mmm. Vintage. It was warm and minerally and slid down my parched throat, easing a little bit of the pain and dryness. Congratulations, Yuka. You're a vampire. 1984, anyone? I'm glad I watched most of this without sound. The squeaky is the game? The squeaky? If you mean Yuka, then yeah, I guess so. Ow. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Ow. Bear in mind, I'm wearing headphones.
Kone! 兄貴なんか来ねえ!
Huh? It all happened in an instant. What did? Kizami just grabbed his head in both hands and let out a cry of pain that didn't even sound human.
なんだこれは? 何なんだよこの声は? 俺は妹が欲しかったのか?
How do you sleep at night with those sounds? Surprisingly peacefully.
俺は妹が欲しかった。欲しかったんだ。俺より弱い存在。そうだ。俺を必要とする存在。妹という存在を本当に欲していたのか。そうだ。妹がいれば俺は変われた。痛い。頭が。
What the fuck is going on? He grabbed his head again and began stumbling around. He looked like he was in real pain. There were even tears in his eyes. Wow.
くそ何を気づかせたい。今さら俺に理由などいらない。ここに来てからの俺は俺だけのために全てを踏みつけてきた。それは誇りですらある。
I have no idea what's going on at this point.
大丈夫ですか？頭痛いの。床のポケットに頭痛のお薬が入ってます。
Stockholm Syndrome, anyone?
出して飲んでいいです。
What? Well, you done goofed, boy.
妹がいれば俺も兄貴みたいになれたんだ。そうだ、なれたはずだった。弟のために泣くようなバカ兄みたい。
It couldn't have happened to a nicer piece of shit. He fell to his knees and just stayed like that, not moving, maybe not even breathing. Thank you, Yoshikazu. Well, I'm going to sleep. Enjoy the rest of your stream. I will, Asteria. Thanks very much for stopping by. Thank you for being awesome. And, good luck getting to sleep with all these noises. And the huge man with the hammer just stood there, staring at me. He had blood spattered all over him. I need that. Somehow, though, I got the impression he wasn't going to attack me. He reached one hand toward me, slowly and gently. Though, it may have been a little too slowly. He moved like a zombie, as if I were watching a TV show in slow motion. It almost seemed like he was afraid of me. But I was just a little girl tied to a table. What could he possibly think I'd do to him? Probably smells your piss pants. He didn't answer. I wasn't even sure he heard the question. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking past me. His mournful yell echoed throughout the room. Huh? My arms and legs suddenly went slack. I felt like I'd move them now. About fucking time! Slowly, I opened my eyes and confirmed that this enormous man had just smashed apart the drying knots that were holding my hands and feet in place. Thanks? I knew I didn't have much time. I tried my hardest to wake up my sleeping hands and feet and shake the broken splinter ropes from my wrists and ankles. I'm actually going to take a save here, just to be on the, well, safe side. I might need them. Run for the door or consider other options. Okay. Well, if I run for the door, he's just gonna catch me, isn't he? There's gotta be other options. My arms and legs were still so numb that I couldn't trust myself to get out of the room safely. Well, I suppose there's that as well, yeah. I had to think of something else. I had to buy some time. It seemed like the little girl was pulling the huge man's strings, and then some, and he didn't really want to hurt me. So maybe I could reason with him? You want to reason with this guy? Okay.
何をしている? 殺せ. どうしたの?
He suddenly doubled over and began clawing at his throat, seemingly in a great deal of pain. Reasoning with him really wasn't going to work. No shit. He was too unstable, and if it came down to me or the little girl, I was pretty sure I wouldn't win. Oh shit. There's something there. Something there. Oh, there's a body there. Decayed skeletal corpse. Nothing about its outward appearance that gives any clear indication of age or gender. However, there's a student ID name tag partially lodged in its rib cage that indicates it probably belonged to a junior high school girl. Takine Municipal Middle School, I Honda. Okay. Okay, faucets ain't working. Oh, did I just fuck up? 32%! What? A bottle on the ground filled with a transparent liquid. Take it. Okay. I wonder what's in here. It's not water. I highly doubt it. HCl, hydrochloric acid. Yeah, that's definitely not water. Instinctively, I threw the glass bottle at the huge man with the hammer. And he flinched and stumbled backwards. His hammer was still raised, however, and smashed into one of the light bulbs on the ceiling, shattering it. Okay. I still haven't got out of here, though. Okay, the feeling had begun returning to my legs, so I wasted no time. Habitually yelling, "Excuse me!" as I left, I darted through the dark lab, using what I remembered of its layout to avoid obstacles, and reached the door. I just love the idea of escaping a guy that was going to kill you, and just running by him and saying, "Excuse me!"
お前、わざとか？このクズ！二度とご褒美してやらないぞ。早く追いかけろ。あの小娘何度目だ？お守りの切れ端を持っているのか。運命が定着していない。どこか隠れられるところを探さなきゃ。
I could hear the sounds of someone else running just a short distance in front of me. I couldn't make out who it was with any certainty, but I did briefly catch a glimpse of a figure retreating into the darkness. And it looked like...
お兄 ちゃん。今のお兄ちゃんだったよね。
I took off in pursuit. If that was Big Brother, then I just had to catch up with him.
お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
He mustn't have heard me. His pace never slowed, and I saw him disappear around the corner.
行っちゃった。早く追いかけなきゃ。お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
I mean, to be fair, if I heard that voice scream for me as well, I'd be running the opposite direction. Right. 32% darkened already, Jesus. Right. So where am I in relation to anything? Okay, I'm back there. Right. Do I want to head back to the lab? Probably not, but will it let me? Well, that is a surprise. It is letting me.
ここ、さっき私が縛られてた場所だよね。あんなところ、もう二度と入りたくないな。
Well, apparently I'm never going in there ever again. Alright, Alright, that being the case, I'm gonna go up to the third floor first, because that's at least a contained area. Interesting music for this part.
お兄ちゃん、どこ行っちゃったのかな。静かすぎる。こっちじゃないみたい。やっぱりさっきの場所でお兄ちゃんを探してみよう。
Okay, so he probably didn't come this way. Which is precisely why I want to go this way, but the game says no, so fuck me. Alright, maybe he went into 3A. Also, I'm glad I got that body when I did in the lab, considering I can't go back there.
寒くなってきたな。
Cold in here, okay. There's no taking it back. There's no going back. There's no... The paper's torn at this point, cutting off the rest of the sentence. Oh, crap. That's the last thing I wanted to hear, Yoshikazu.
やっぱり開かないみたい。もっと力が強ければ開くのかな。お兄ちゃん、どこ行っちゃったの？
42%? What the fuck is going on? Wooden shelving unit with a glass door doesn't seem to be locked. Okay. Unfortunately, there's nothing useful inside. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now's no time to search shelves anyway. I have to find my big brother. $47%? Come on! I'm glad I saved, that's all I'm gonna say. Alright, maybe he's in 2A.
ここにもいないよね。お兄ちゃん。ここじゃ見つかっちゃう。
What the fuck is going on? 52%! Notice from the principal. Remain alert when walking home from school. Report suspicious behaviour and keep to the main roads. Prevention is the key to safety. Oh my god, I am going to get fucked. Right, that one's locked. Jesus. I'm already past 60%. Alright, let me try up the way.
お兄ちゃん、どこ行っちゃったのかな。静かすぎる。こっちじゃないみたい。やっぱり、
Okay, so
さっきの
not
場所
still
で
not
お
going
兄ちゃ
back
んを
up
探
to
し
the
て
third
みよ
floor.
う。
Guess he went down towards 1A. Did he go into 1A?
お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃんいる。床だよ。いるなら出てきて。ここにもいない。隠れられる場所もなさそうだし。この床、今にも抜けそう。怖いよ。お兄ちゃん、どこ行っちゃったんだろう。
I'm really running out of places I could look. Okay, there's a whole lot of nothing in this room. God, there's a whole lot of nothing out here as well. But 1B's open.
ここにはいないよね。
Okay. Resist your fate. Nice resistance, 67%. May I have those fingernails? What? 72%. This is, getting uncomfortable.
やっぱり開かないみたい。
Hard to tell inside due to the darkness of the room, but doesn't seem to be locked. But the shelves are filled to overflowing with human air. The sheer amount of it forces the doors wide open as soon as the latch is sprung. With some effort, the door is latched shut again, but there's hair all over the floor now, and it smells awful. %. What is going on? Alright, 1C. Is open, so okay.
シュカだよ。いるなら出てきて。
Where the fuck are you? Nothing in here at all. Okay. Nothing here either. Must have gone downstairs. It's the only thing I can think of. I want to at least figure out where the hell he is. I may reload an earlier save where I've actually got some sanity. But I want to at least get to a point at least I want to know where to go when I do that.
何の音?
That is a good question. And suddenly my field of vision started going topsy-turvy. Was I falling? It was an earthquake, but there was more than just that. The floor beneath me was moving up and down in time with the quake's left and right motion.
お兄ちゃん。お兄ちゃん。
I tried putting one hand on the floor for balance and getting back to my feet.
早くお兄ちゃんを追いかけなきゃいけないのに、完全に見失っちゃう。
I thought I'd done it. I was standing now and had started getting used to the vibrations. As long as I hugged the walls, I could walk. But that all quite literally came crashing down around me soon enough. The wildly shaking floor cracked, then crumbled, and I was free falling. I'm going to assume that was not the way to go. Oh, I'm in the fucking bomb shelter. I raised my head and found myself lying on top of a pile of rubble. I wasn't too much worse for the wear, though, all things considered. Oh, jeez, we can't be having that. However, I am just going to take a quick pause because I need to take care of some medical stuff and refill my drink as well. So give me but a few. Alrighty, I am back. And, my game is gone. Let me try that one again, shall we? Come on. Oh, where is my game gone? Where is my game gone? Oh, for fuck's sake. It was working just a minute ago. Why aren't you working now? Please work. Hang on, hang on. Let's see if we can figure this out together, shall we? Why are you not working? Right, game capture video. Hang on. Capture specific window, Book of Shadows, yes. Alright, come on. Because the thing is, you can hear it. I can see that you can hear it. I just don't know why you can't bloody see it. Well, I'll tell you what, let me, I know you can't see this, I'm just saving the game and then I'm gonna quit out of it. Hang on. Quit and return to title, yeah. It has not, I don't think it's done this before. No, it's still refusing to come up. This game is the bane of my fucking existence. Alright, let me quit out of this and try to boot it up again. Alright, let's see. No data found, that's okay. Ah, there we go. Okay, I don't know why it didn't come up before, but it's back now. I'll take it. I'll just reload that save that I made. I'm still debating going back to one of the earlier saves and like trying to get a lower darkening, but at this point I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I tell you what, we'll continue in the bomb shelter. Okay, I raised my head and found myself lying on top of a pile of rubble. I wasn't too much worse for the wear though. All this. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yes, this is right where we were. I looked all around me frantically, but saw nothing even remotely familiar. This was definitely someplace new. And it didn't feel much like a school anymore. The walls and floor were made from packed dirt, with only railroad ties keeping it all together. I knew I was underground. I had to be. I just felt that way. There were no windows anywhere, and based on the smell, there was no ventilation either. Big Brother might have gotten caught off guard by that earthquake too, I thought. He could be down here. Oh, how naive you are, my dear. It was a big one after all. Maybe he was injured. Maybe he couldn't move. Or maybe, just maybe, it's all in your head. I tried pushing myself up from the pile of rubble, ready to shoot to my feet and continue the search. That didn't last long, however. My hands and feet were still a little numb from the ropes, making it hard to keep my balance. I fell back onto my butt. It's certainly fucking big enough. My underwear was completely waterlogged, like a full sponge. I really needed to know that. It squished unpleasantly on the debris, sending a cold chill through my entire body. Well, you pissed yourself. Deal with it. I reached down and felt it, and it was absolutely soaked through. It would take forever for it to dry. I was so wrapped up in running for my life and chasing after Big Brother, I didn't even notice the wetness. I just read that, fucking hell. But now I couldn't get it out of my mind. Well, you fucking did it! Tears were welling up in my eyes. How could I be so pathetic? I forced myself to my feet, doing my best to try ignoring the squishy sensation. Do we need this much context on wet underwear? I wouldn't be able to ignore it for long, though. My panties were noticeably heavier now, and the urine they absorbed was practically ice cold. Not to mention you've got them in a bunch. I couldn't go on like this. I was going to get a rash or catch pneumonia or something. And every step was going to be its own form of mushy-gushy hell. Can we move on from this topic, please? But what can I do? I could take them off, but then what? Carry them with me? You? Leave them on the floor for someone else to find? No thanks. Given everything else that's been going on in this school, you know, death, mutilation, finding a pair of soiled panties is probably not going to be the worst thing in the world to find. And I say that semi tongue in cheek. Although, how do you think Oni-chan's gonna react when you come across him, if you come across him, and you're still wearing wet pants? I suppose the first question is, oh my god, what the hell is that smell? I swallowed my pride, held back my tears as best as I could, and I waddled. Waddled! Of all the words you could choose, waddled. Right. 77% darkened. And I'm at the very beginning of the bomb shelter, it looks like. So I think eventually I'm going to have to make my way to the girls' room. But I imagine there's a lot of things to find before then. Not in that room, but maybe in the storehouse. Which apparently is not locked. Never mind. The door will open. Alright, so we're not getting into there yet. Well, there goes that plan. Doesn't look like there's anything here. I mean, at least we're away from Yoshikazu at this point. Okay, it said skeletal remains. Given its tiny stature, it very likely belonged to an elementary school student in life. And there's a student ID name tag halfway lodged inside the poor girl's ribcage. Great Harbor Elementary School, Chihiro Tamamura. Gone and very certainly forgotten. Christ, that's still putting me up 2%. Right, that's the way to the bathroom, so that's not the way I want to go yet. So I'll go towards the death room. I mean, what's the worst that could happen in that room? I mean, a lot of very similar looking rooms. Well, I can actually get into the death room. And it looks even bloodier than normal. Jesus. Okay, lots of buckets. Oh, bones. It's a set of skeletal remains. There doesn't seem to be any way to determine gender from clothing or build alone. But there is a student name ID. There is a student ID name tag nearby bearing a traditionally feminine name. Komashiro Trade School Sakura Motoi. 81%. Oh my god. You know, I don't do this lightly, but I think what I'm going to do is I am actually going to load an earlier save. I'll retrace the same steps, but I'll reload this one because this was right before the first decision. I got like 30% right there. So I'll just skip that. So consider other options. I'll just check I still have you. And then I'll go straight for the acid. Alright, and I'm not even gonna bother with the classrooms, I'm just gonna go. Wish you could skip this part up, but I guess not. I think that's where I got to, and then all hell broke loose. Suddenly, wait, I've seen this, why was it not? Never mind. As much as I don't like the word, that was possibly the moistest sounding moistness I've ever heard. Right, still I can't get into the storehouse. I just want to double check one thing here, back in the hall. Okay, they didn't put a body behind me. I'll go back to the death room. Because it's already counted the bodies I've found, it just saves it straight to my profile rather than an individual save. Alright, so I got the bones there. I did see this body here. Thoroughly decomposed remains on the table here. Based on general appearance and what's left of the deceased's clothing, they appear to belong to a very young girl. Her name tag is still affixed to her chest, or at least what's left of it. Great Harbour Elementary School, Mako Sakurai, or Mako Sakurai, I'm not sure which it is. Okay, 4%. I can live with 4%. There's a cabinet here that looks big enough to fit a whole person inside. It might make a good hiding spot. Ah, crap. The door just shut behind us, didn't it? The door to the room suddenly slammed shut, fuck, and the inside of it was missing its doorknob, rendering it unopenable. Oh, crap. It seemed I'd been locked in. Is there anything in here I can use in place of a doorknob? Maybe? Anything in the closet, perhaps? Ah, there's a key inside the cabinet. I will take it. Acquired the key. Okay. Okay, so returned the key to its spot inside the cabinet. Why would you return the key? Keep the damn thing! And my darkening just jumped. Oh, fuck. There's a fairly large stone sitting on the heavy wooden table. Take it. A stone? Okay. Acquired the stone.
これで思いっきりドアを叩けば開くかな。よし。ダメだ。びくともしない。
Oh, crap.
大きな音を出したから気づかれちゃったかも。早く出る方法を見つけなきゃ。
I quietly and gently returned the stone to its original spot. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah! Can I use the bones? Apparently not. Is there anything in here I can use? Can't use the stone. I can't use the key. Anything in the faucet? There's a nail puller shoved into the sink's drain. A nail puller? Ah! Okay, that might work.
これをドアに引っ掛ければ取っ手の代わりにできるかな。よかった。これで外へ出られる。
And yet, fuck. Oh my god. And yet, 66%, and the route back there is fucked. But I still have a key in there that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Whatever! I got the things. That's kind of all I care about right this second. Good thing I reloaded when I did, because if I didn't, I would have hit 100% darkening and died. And nothing in here at all. Ah, there is something in here, though. It's a decayed skeletal corpse. The clothing and diminutive stature suggests this was likely an elementary school boy. His name tag is still pinned to his breast pocket. Great Harbour Elementary School, Hiroshi Takano. What is it with all the elementary kids down here? And there's another one! A decaying corpse. Based on outward appearance and uniform, this was likely a junior high school girl. Okay, this one's older at least. Her student ID name tag seems to have survived intact. Takine Municipal Middle School, Koi Kawahara. I feel like I butchered that one. Nothing further in, though. That's fine. What about this way, towards the body pool? Okay, nothing that way. Let me try the dead end. Nothing there. Or here. I'll try down first. Oh, that is a body. Shit, I barely saw it because of the darkening. That is a body. It's a newly deceased corpse, practically still warm. It's easy to tell at a glance that this was a female junior high school student. If you say so. Student ID name tag on the ground at her feet. Shobu University Middle School, Nichi Moritoshi. Okay. Alright, so that was behind me. What's in front of me? Whole lot of nothing. Alright, what about the body pool? Doesn't look like anything. But I can get into the body pool, perhaps. No, I can't. What does Big Brother always do? He watches you. Alright, so not getting into the body pool. Probably for the best in hindsight. Right, nothing there. What about the end of the hall? Okay, there is one here. It's a set of skeletal remains. There doesn't seem to be any way to determine gender or age. But there is a student ID name tag lodged in its eye socket. Ouch! Identifying these remains as likely having belonged to a male junior high student. Takine Municipal Middle School, Kyogo Shibuya. If you say that body is male, I will believe you. Right, where's the bathrooms? Okay, I need to go that way. Okay, nothing there, that's fine. Nothing here either. Can I get into the boys' room? No. Okay. So door's firmly shut. Do I still have the nail puller, I just realized? No, I don't. Let's see. The girls' room. Okay, it looks like I can get into the girls' room, but I want to check the end of the hall first. Whole lot of nothing. No weird smells. Are you sure you're not just smelling your own pants at the moment? The only bathrooms I'd seen up to this point were unusable. Charms on the door, mysteriously sealing the room shut. Bodies hanging in the stalls. You know, just your everyday occurrences. But this looked to be a completely normal bathroom. Well, underground. Certainly the most normal I'd seen since getting stuck in this place, anyway. Okay, I'll give you that one. There's a loose piece of wood on the ground here. I have no idea where I'd use it, but yeah, I'll take it. Oh, it's a jagged piece of wood, Jesus. Have I come into a situation already? Alyssa, you have come into the weirdest of situations. You have come into the situation of a 14-year-old girl has collapsed herself into the... has got herself caught by a madman who thought that he was her younger sister... that she was her, his younger sister. Tried to cut her stomach open, at least cut her clothing partially off, before getting hammered in the back of the head. We threw acid at the guy that hammered the guy back in the head, pissed her pants in the process, and have succumbed to an earthquake leading us deep underground. That's kind of the TLDR version so far. But how are you doing, Alyssa? Besides that. Here, let me give you a shout out while I'm here, because I'm giving shout outs to everyone. Ah, another double perfect, is it? Or is this the same one from yesterday? Your eyes have been burning. That's not good. That's kind of how I felt the other day. It might just be allergies. Because I seem to remember you said, yeah, I've made no word clips. Ah, fair enough.
I think they just freeze up, don't they? That's what I would do.
Fair enough. Well, yes, I have hay fever. Yes, so I do know from personal experience that things like hay fever and allergies can be murder on the eyes. In fact, it can even cause conjunctivitis, believe it or not. Which is actually what happened to me the other day. It doesn't usually get bad at night. For me, it usually does get bad at night. But I don't know. I don't know. Just take care of yourself, Alyssa, please. And while you take care of yourself, I am going to take my wood and get rid of some pissed panties. I tried pulling on one of the wooden stall doors. If there was and they were dead, do you expect them to answer? Actually, this is Heavenly Host. Who the fuck knows at this point? You're going to take your wood. Yeah, by big pointy wood. I listened carefully for any hint of a response, even going so far as to hold my breath. What is that reaction, Alyssa? But there wasn't a single sound to be heard. The entire room was dead silent. The walls were made from packed dirt, after all, and there was a lot of moisture in the air. Yeah, there's even more in your pants, so do something about it. Effectively, this whole place was naturally soundproofed. I backed away from the stall slightly and almost tripped over a fairly sizable crack in the ground, about 5 centimeters wide and 1 centimeter thick. Okay, that's relatively sizable. So, taking them off and getting rid of them is not enough for this girl. She's gotta fucking bury them as well. Finally, I was able to get out of those waterlogged panties. Despite being alone, I still crouched down and removed them as discreetly as I could. Oh, fucking hell. I then stuffed them tightly into the crack I discovered. There is no commentary I can add here that makes this any better. So I'm just not going to. The hole's not big enough, some of it's still sticking. This is just getting worse. You're gonna use the wood and stick it in the hole to make it bigger. What the fuck? Never mind Alyssa. Never mind Alyssa. I'm about to burst out laughing. Used piece of wood.
ゆかのこんな姿、お兄ちゃんに見られなくてよかった。
And yet, I'm... No, let's not go down that path.
どうか誰にも見つかりませんように。
Please don't let anybody find me until I'm done. Yes, please, God, don't let anyone see me commando and, burying evidence, I'll just say.
特にお兄ちゃんには。
Not the big brother would be likely to wander into a girl's bathroom. This is Heavenly Host, my dear. Have you ever seen any boys' room actually being accessible? Come to think of it, I don't think there's been a single boys' room we've been able to get into so far. At least not in this game. But it was possible given the circumstances. Thank you. So just to be safe, I figured it couldn't hurt to pray that didn't happen.
でも、もうちょっと奥に詰めておこうかな。
Or maybe you shouldn't have pissed them in the first place.
誰かに見つかったら恥ずかしいもんね。よし。
My underwear was now totally buried and out of sight. There was no way anyone could come across it if they didn't know it was there. Yeah. It's so drafty now. Congratulations, Yuka. Oh, I've just realized. Oh. Not only is the usual hole where the skirt is, i.e. the one for the legs, but Kizami cut one in the belly. Oh boy. Hope you've got a shirt or something.
でも、濡れたまま履いてたら、もっと気持ち悪いし。
The fuck was that?
さっきから地震ばかり。ここ大丈夫かな。さっきよりも古い建物だけど、壊れちゃわないかな。
Okay, I peeked my head out from the bathroom and looked around.
誰もいないよね。お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
My voice echoed a lot louder than I was expecting. It actually surprised me. Considering the wet dirt walls, I didn't think sound would travel that far. Always expect the unexpected, my dear.
怖いよ。他にお兄ちゃんの友達とか誰かいれば。臭い。手洗いたいな。
Okay, yeah, I didn't think of that aspect of it. I began walking through the hall once again, this time a bit slower and more unevenly due to exhaustion. Okay, so I'm back in the hallway. But where the hell am I going? Okay, still can't get into the boys' room. Maybe the storehouse is open now? Okay, the storehouse still isn't open.
やっぱり開かないや。出口どこにあるのかな。
Right. So I can't go back to the storehouse. Please don't tell me I have to go back to the death room. Oh god, it's gonna let me back in, isn't it?
ここも出口じゃなかったよね。暗いからあんまり入りたくないな。もっと他を見てみよう。
Okay. Okay, so you don't want to go into the death room. I mean, that's a pretty sane choice, I'll be honest. Alright, what about the body pool? Because I wasn't able to get in there either. Oh! The door to this particular room was shuddering ever so slightly, as if there were a breeze blowing against it gently from inside.
なんか開きそう。
Okay, so this one can be opened. Slowly and hesitantly, I put both hands on the doorknob and started to turn.
入れるみたい。よし、入ってみよう。出口につながってるといいな。ひどい匂い。
Considering what's in this room, I'm not surprised. As soon as the door opened even a crack, a powerful, horrible stench slammed into my face and twisted around my nasal cavities like a jet of water.
これ、何かが腐った匂いだ。
No, my dear, this is the smell of many things rotting. I was instantly feeling nauseous and lightheaded, as if I were suddenly deprived of oxygen. Well, I mean, don't you give off ammonia when you decompose?
もうダメ。早く出よう。水の音。水があるのかな。
Holding my nose, I stepped back into the room and crept over towards the source of the noise. If there were water here, maybe I could wash my hands, I thought.
お水、どこ？
My extreme thirst came back full force as well. Clean water was the greatest thing I could have possibly found at this point. What a shame you haven't found it. I accidentally kicked over a bucket, spilling its contents onto the ground in front of me. Countless flies immediately flew out from the overturned bucket and began swarming all around me. Their buzzing wings sounded right up against my ears, as if they were attacking me. I mean, spare a thought for me in my directional audio. I let go of my nose and began flailing my arms wildly, attempting in vain to drive them away. And as I haphazardly stumbled forward, I found my foot splashing in shallow liquid. Mere moments later, my hand came in contact with a wall and brushed against a switch. I heard a faint clicking sound, and then... the lights blinked on and I got a clear look at the room I was standing in. Yummy! You've been seeing bodies the entire fucking game. A large portion of the floor had been dug out into something resembling a pool, which was filled with stagnant, discoloured water and dismembered bodies. It's not unlike a, what's it called? Like a sluice. The bodies were decomposing a lot faster than they naturally would, on account of the wetness. Most of them had swarms of maggots instead of faces. Several bodies had actually washed up on the ground outside the pool as well. Those few that still had limbs looked like they may lose them at any moment. Their torsos were all swollen and black, and everything else was bone white. Why indeed, my dear. The closest body was spurting a sappy mucus from its nose and mouth, and staring at me with an ugly, mean expression. I feel like I'm going to make Alyssa sick in a moment, and if I do, I can only apologise. The thick fluid coming out of it was reddish-brown in colour and seemed to be a disgusting mixture of blood and dead bugs. And some sort of huge door high along the top of the wall opened up, and I could clearly feel a breeze blowing through the room. It was a trash chute? I would not be trying to climb up that, just saying. I was afraid of what might be coming through that hole, so I put some distance between it and myself. And something heavy fell from above and splashed into the pool, spraying my face with rotten, stagnant water. Well, it wasn't going to be a can of lentil soup, was it? The body that had just fallen into the pool of water was wearing a school uniform. As soon as it touched the liquid, it began bubbling and melting into it, as if it were a bag of ingredients tossed into a stew pot. I mean, to be fair, that's effectively what that is, one big stew. Not one I'd be interested in consuming anytime soon. One of the poor victim's lungs floated to the surface, giving the whole scene even more of a sick soup-like appearance. And where would you like to go? I dragged my wet foot on a dry part of the ground for a second or two, then made a dash for the door. Okay, so we're back out here. But there's no way out down here. As soon as I was back out in the hall, I fell to my knees in shock. I couldn't even move. Well, you can still move more than the people in there. The smell of death and decay was still sticking to me, and still trying to snake its way into my nose. It was all I could do not to throw up on the spot. I hadn't eaten anything for hours, so I'm not even sure what I would have actually thrown up. But I still felt like I had to, more strongly than ever before. Yeah, empty retching is a real thing, and boy does it hurt. Maybe it would have been best just to let it come out. I'm sure I would have felt better afterwards. No, I don't think he would have. But I honestly didn't want to see my own vomit right now. Not after all the other disgusting things I'd seen. I'd had enough. To be fair, out of everything that you've seen at this point, vomit would probably be your own vomit would be quite low on the disgusting scale. I'll be completely honest.
どうしてこんなことになっちゃったの？
At times like this especially, I really longed for my big brother. If only he were here with me. I cried out for him as if in prayer.
お兄ちゃん、助けて。助けて。
Oh crap.
動けないの。誰かいるの？誰かいるの？あ！
Oh crap.
苦しいよ。
What the fuck? There was a little girl here with arm outstretched, begging for help. I rushed over to her side. Yeah, that was your first mistake. Well, actually, no, that was your latest mistake. I don't know how many you've had at this point.
どうしたの？大丈夫？
She was faintly glowing.
この子、幽霊？
Oh yeah, she's very dead.
あのね、お腹が苦しいの。お胸が熱いよ。とっても辛そう。床にできることは。ここ、怪我はしてないみたいだけど。
Have you got nothing better to do?
Apparently not. Thank you, Clever Ducks, for the raid. Thank you for trusting me with your community. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see what this shoutout's going to be about. Well, it was quite literally a Clever Duck. Welcome in. Ducks, I love doing tricks for streaming animals, aquariums, and other miscellaneous stuff. Oh, how are you doing tonight, Clever Ducks? What brings you to my community and this hellscape that is Heavenly Host Elementary?
痛いよ。
Or at least underneath it. All I could do for her was offer physical comfort. If I rubbed her back, maybe she'd feel better. How do you rub a ghost's back? I was already streaming when I was here earlier. I saw you in here earlier. I saw you in the user list. I didn't realise that you were a streamer yourself. I can only apologise for that. But hey, you've had your shout out now at least, so that's something. So obviously you play with ducks and whatnot. You work with them, I should say. As far as the gaming side of things goes, what's your preference?
ありがとう。ごめんね。こんなことしかできなくて。ちょっと楽になったの。そう？よかった。
Well, nothing wrong with streaming ducks. What is that? Playing Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment. Oof. I don't think you'll catch me playing either game, I'll be completely honest. Oh, welcome in, Tina. Hope you're having a good day. Yep, spread all the ducks. From one bird to another. And one bird that is very much pissed off at a 14-year-old girl at the moment. Not the one in front of us, the one we're playing as. Some new pain, okay.
まだ無理しない方がいいよ。ね。うん。あなたも ここに迷い込んだの？わかんない。気がついたらここで倒れてたの。気がついたらずっと寂しかった。
Oh, boo-hoo, girl. I'm playing the world's smallest fiddle for you, with my beak.
そっか。一人で寂しかったね。よく頑張ったね。
You've been... That is such an American statement right there. You've been a real trooper. I don't know any other culture that would say that. Certainly not Japanese. So I gently brushed my hand against the little girl's face, wiping away her tears. You really are an idiot, Yuka. I'd only just met her, but I had already really felt for her. She had it a lot worse than I did. No, she fecking doesn't. She is the one behind all this shit, and you're just too dense to realize it.
あなた、お名前は？幸子。幸子ちゃんっていうのね。うん。
Yeah?
私はゆかだよ。持田ゆか。ゆかお姉ちゃん？
Big sister, Yuka?
お姉ちゃん？お姉ちゃんか。
There's an irony here. There's definitely an irony here. Yuka did not want to be the little sister of Kizami, but is more than happy to be the big sister for a murderous 7-year-old. Does your brain even work?
なんか、お姉ちゃんって呼ばれると照れちゃうなって。
I took Sachiko's tiny little hand in my own and pulled her to her feet. You really are a moron.
よし、立てるね。
Sachiko's hand was so thin and light compared to my own. Well, I mean, technically, if we go by the age that she was portraying, she's half yours. Not just light, it almost felt like it was completely weightless.
やっぱり幽霊なんだ。
Sachiko noticed me staring at her, and I must have had quite a look in my face. This seemed to bother her, so I did my best to force a smile. I'm sure she was worried I'd leave her all by herself again, and I wanted to make sure she knew I was here for her. Moron.
どうしたのお姉ちゃん。ちょっと考え事してて。ごめんなさい。
Sachiko lowered her head and looked like she was about to cry. Yeah, crocodile tears.
どうして謝るの？幸子。多分幽霊だから。
Well, at least she recognizes it.
お姉ちゃんと違うから怖がらせちゃってごめんなさい。よかったらこんな小さい子を不安にさせるなんて。
So I took Sachiko's hand in both of mine, turning to face her and ducking down a little so her eyes were level.
大丈夫だよ。幽霊は怖いけど、なんだかあなたは怖くない気がするの。
Hey, Yuka, newsflash. You should be. You really fucking should be.
怖くない？本当に？うん、幸子ちゃんは大丈夫。お姉ちゃん行っちゃうの
Yes! I did have to think for a moment, since I knew I couldn't take a ghost with me very far. But in the end, I also knew I couldn't just leave her.
ちこちゃんも一緒にゆかのお兄ちゃんを探してくれる？お兄ちゃん？うん、すっごく頼りになるの。きっと幸子ちゃんにも優しくしてくれるよ。
Her head was still down, but her eyes were peeking up at me. She looked nervous, but for the first time since we started talking, she also looked hopeful.
幸子も一緒に行っていいの？うん、もう一人じゃないよ。ゆかが、お姉ちゃんがそばにいるからね。
Okay, that is a creepy smile. What the fuck? Honestly, I was lonely too. I probably wanted her with me just as badly as she wanted someone with her, ghost or no. Yeah, she has someone. His name's Yoshikazu, also known as the big guy with a hammer.
さあ、行こう、幸子ちゃん。
I turned to head back down the hall, but was stopped by Sachiko tugging on my uniform. She was wearing a forced smile on her face, but still looked uneasy.
お姉ちゃん、私の言うこと聞く？言うこと？言うことって？
What was she going to tell me to do? I was so surprised by the question, I wasn't sure how best to respond. But the longer I thought about it, the more uneasy she looked, so...
お姉ちゃんね、あなたのお話なら聞くよ。本当？
Yes, she said she'd listen, not that she'd do it.
うん、だから何でも話してね。うん。
Very minor difference there. There was clearly something specific she had in mind, but I wasn't going to push her about it. She'd asked me when she was ready. She seemed satisfied with my answer and let go of my uniform, and so, hand in hand, we continued down the hall in search of my big brother. Oh, for fuck's sake, we're still going! Right, where the hell am I going? Where can I go? Okay, I got that body already. In fact, I think I got all the bodies in the hall at this point. Usually if there's a big enough cutscene that I need to interact with, it will stop me before I get to where I'm going. Also, just as a word of warning, an advert will be starting shortly. If you're a sub, great, you won't have to worry about it. If not, you've got options. You can do Twitch Nitro, you can always drop me a sub, or just raid it out for 3 minutes. It really does help support the channel, and it helps support me as well in general. Otherwise, of course, these will all be uploaded to YouTube after the fact anyway. So that'll start just for the next couple of minutes or so. Where am I going? Let me try the death room again. Okay, she's not saying anything. Okay, the door's open again. Okay, so I guess Big Brother really isn't in here.
幸子ちゃん、ゆかの他には誰も見なかった？うん。
That's all she said, and then silently she squatted on the ground and wrapped her arms around her knees.
どうしたの？どこか痛いの？お姉ちゃん、寒いよ。寒い？
She She nodded firmly, almost exaggeratedly. Okay.
幽霊でも痛みを感じるならきっと寒さも感じるよね。かわいそう。
As if to show me just how cold she was, she then started visibly shivering.
ねえ幸子ちゃん、何かゆかにできることない？何か。そう、幸子ちゃんがこれ以上辛くならないように何でも言って。じゃあお姉ちゃんのそれちょうだい。
Can I have those? Those? She was pointing at my feet.
靴下？
This was the first time I noticed that Sachiko was walking around barefoot. I was so busy worrying about myself and about finding my big brother that I completely failed to pay any attention to poor Sachiko's appearance. Well, consider yourself lucky.
ごめんね、すぐ気がつかなくて。
Oh, there's the ad break starting.
いいの。私お姉ちゃんなのにもっと早く気づいてあげられればよかった。
If I were big brother, I would have noticed right away and given her my shoes. But it wasn't too late. I took off my shoes and socks and offered them to Sachiko. They were a little wet, but still better than walking on these cold dirt floors in bare feet. I didn't really like the idea of doing that myself, but just one look at this poor lost soul's shaking form convinced me I was doing the right thing.
ありがとうお姉ちゃん。
Sachiko just took the socks, leaving the shoes in my hand.
幸子ちゃん、靴下だけでいいの？上履きは？うん。だってお姉ちゃんが裸足になっちゃうでしょ？
She flashed a gentle smile at me, which stayed on her face the whole time she slowly put on both of my socks.
ゆかお姉ちゃんに怪我してほしくないから。そっか、優しいんだね、幸子ちゃんは。
I patted her head, just like Big Brother always did to me.
お姉ちゃん大好き。
Oh, shame it's entirely fake. Her smile had grown, it now stretched from cheek to cheek, and I began to feel like I'd do anything at all to keep her happy. I wondered if this was how Big Brother felt when I smiled at him like that.
頑張ろうね、幸子ちゃん。
Despite the severity of the situation, I was in high spirits. I almost forgot just how horrible this place really was.
頑張る？うん、お兄ちゃんを見つけられるように。ん？幸子ちゃん、今何か言った？
I thought that was a giggle, but it sounded different somehow. Like her voice had changed to someone else's. Or someone else was here.
ううん。かわいい。むちゃくちゃしたい。何？何も言ってないよ。そっか、気のせいかな。
What is it they usually say in movies? Must have been the wind. Not too lately in a stagnant underground bunker like this, but still.
きっと怖がりすぎなのかも。
I think I'm just getting paranoid.
もっとしっかりしなくちゃ。お姉ちゃんなんだから。
Oh, welcome back from the ad break, folks. I put on the bravest face I could manage and marched back out into the hall, pausing only to make sure Sachiko was still behind me. Okay, the music's changed. Can I go back in there? I can.
ここはさっき来たところ？そうだね。 他を探そうか。うん。大丈夫。きっとお兄ちゃんが何とかしてくれるから。お兄ちゃん？すっごく頼りになるんだ。へえ、そうなんだ。
Okay. Now, can I get the key from in here? Nope. Got the bones already. Got the body already. Okay, wow, there's really nothing to do in here anymore. I thought I could get the key from in here at least. Right, where the hell am I going then? Let me try the storehouse. Okay. Okay, so that still won't open. Okay. I didn't need your. I didn't need your full agreeance. Right, so I'm actually not sure where to go now. So I think I'm just back to checking all the rooms again. I think I've already got you. Yes, I do. Okay, that's fine. Maybe back towards the bathrooms. Still no access to the boys' room, though. Alright, what about the girls' room then? What now?
どうしたの？足が痛いの。足？
The soles of Sachiko's feet seemed to be bothering her quite a bit. As we stood there, I noticed she was fidgeting in place, trying not to stand on them.
そうだよね。幸子ちゃん、靴下だけだもんね。
She said nothing else. She just stared at my feet. She seemed to want my shoes now, but didn't want to say anything since I offered them earlier and she turned them down. So I just smiled and decided I'd offer them again.
私の上履き履く？いいの？うん。幸子ちゃん、また怪我しちゃうもんね。お姉ちゃんは？ゆかはお姉ちゃんだから大丈夫だよ。
I wouldn't accept any objections. I just took off my shoes and handed them to Sachiko without another word. Cheerfully, she slipped them on over my socks. They were a little big on her, but I knew she'd feel better just having them.
ありがとう。嬉しい。じゃあ、行こっか。
Sachiko wasn't used to such big floppy shoes. She took one step and stumbled forward.
大丈夫？手つないでてあげるよ。うん。ゆかお姉ちゃん大好き。
That's not creepy at all.
幸子ちゃん、ここは何もなかったから引き返そう。そう。
Okay, back to the hallway. Now what?
このまま進んでていいのかな。こっちがいい。
Sachiko's pointing down the hall towards the spot where the earthquake had dropped me, so basically the beginning of the bomb shelter.
こっちに何かあるの?
Well, there's that bloody storeroom that we couldn't open.
わかんない。けどこっち。何の音だろう?
What was that sound?
あそこに入りたい。あそこ? でも、あそこは鍵が。今開いた音がしたの。何かあるの? お願い。入りたいの。そっか。じゃあそっちに行こうか。
Sachiko nodded firmly, then practically dragged me by the hand over to the door near my entry point in this underground maze. So, the storeroom, or the storehouse, sorry.
なんかここ広いね。あっち。
Over there? Energetic as can be, Sachiko pulled me farther into the darkened room.
待って、幸子ちゃん。
Ooh! I suddenly felt a sharp pain in the sole of my foot and looked down to see what I'd stepped in. It sounded like glass. Or a nail, that would do it. The floor here was actually kind of a mess. It was bumpy and uneven, and there were all kinds of tiny, sharp-looking objects scattered everywhere. Not just old rusty nails, but bits of glass, loose wooden boards with jagged edges and splinters all over them, and plenty else I couldn't even identify.
血が出ちゃった。かわいい。幸子ちゃん？どうしたの、お姉ちゃん？あれ？そっちにいたの？何だったんだろう、今の声。
Alright, so first thing I noticed straight away was the body. There was a set of bleach white bones in a heap against the wall.
まだ子供だったのかな。そうだ、幸子ちゃんは今いくつなのかな。いくつ？そう、何歳かな。小学生だよね。わかんない。思い出せないの。そっか。ごめんなさい。
You're actually buying the amnesia story? Sachiko just stood there, with her head hung low and a look of disdain on her face. She didn't say another word. It seemed safe to assume that she probably didn't have any memories from when she was alive at all.
ごめんね。気にしないでね。ごめんなさい。
But looking a bit closer at the pile of bones, there's a student ID name tag jutting out from the victim's ribcage, identifying her as female. Renaissance Elementary School, Yukari Sekira. Sekira? I think, maybe? Okay. Desk in the corner of the room. Something seems to have fallen underneath it. Okay.
何？これ、ポラロイドカメラ？
An instant camera? Sachiko bent down and lifted the camera gingerly, as if it were some kind of rare treasure. Then she pointed it at me and pressed the shutter button. Oh jeez.
眩しい。びっくりした。まだ使えるんだね。持って行ってもいい？
Sure, why not?
いいけど、重いよ。大丈夫。嬉しいな。
Well, we've got to keep this random-ass girl happy, so... Alright, what else are we dealing with? Kind of hard to see because my darkening is so high. The other major thing I did spot was the pile of bed sheets, or what I assume are bed sheets. It's a stack of folded up Japanese-style futons. Okay, well, I wasn't a million miles off.
お姉ちゃん、幸子疲れちゃった。この布団使えたら一休みしようか。うん。
Alright, carefully tiptoeing across the litter-strewn floor, nursing my sore and bloodied foot the whole while, I snaked my way over to the futons. I didn't much like the idea of sleeping in the same room as a dead child, but I had to admit I was pretty exhausted too.
ちょっと湿っててカビ臭いけど、敷いたら横になれるよ。眠い。よし、じゃあ今敷くからね。
And as soon as the futon was on the ground, or as flat as it would go, Sachiko sprawled out on it. It wasn't long before her eyes started drooping. And just seeing this innocent little girl, innocent, joyously stretching out to take a nap was enough to lift my spirits and renew my hope. If only you knew.
よかった。ありがとうお姉ちゃん。こちらこそだよ、幸子ちゃん。だって今ここにあなたがいてくれなかったら。
You might live. She really must have been tired. She was out like a light the second her head touched the bedding.
かわいいな、もう。
You're gonna send me to sleep in a minute as well.
歩いてたし、目覚めたらお家だといいな。
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it. Just saying. I awoke to find myself being shaken. Sachiko was trying to get me up, and her expression had gone white as a sheet.
お姉ちゃん、お姉ちゃん。何？
She was on the verge of tears. Something seemed to have really spooked her. Did that huge man find us? Was she attacked?
どうしたの？落ち着いて話して。髪留めなくしちゃったの。
I lost my hairpin.
髪留め？起きたらなかったの。なんだ、そんなことか。そんなこと。あ、ごめんね。もっと怖いことかと。
Yeah, don't piss this girl off.
どこに落としたの？すぐ探せばあるよ、きっと。
The two of us searched every last inch of the room, me with a wounded foot, but we came up empty-handed.
幸子ちゃん、お姉ちゃんはどうすればいいかな？
The entire time we searched, Sachiko hadn't said a word. I was hoping invoking her sisterly bond might help cheer her up.
髪が目に入って痛い。その髪飾り、ちょうだい。
She raised her right hand slowly and pointed to my headband.
これは、ごめんね。これはあげられないの。
And as soon as I refused, Sachiko let out a faint, otherworldly groan. in the next moment, her face distorted and changed. She no longer looked like an innocent little girl. She looked well and truly like a demon now.
Sachiko-chan?
よこせ。よこせ。
The look in her eyes alone sent chills down my spine. These were the eyes of someone who meant me harm and was perfectly capable of inflicting it.
どうしよう。
Give her the... Oh, God. I'm taking a save here. I don't trust this for a second. Give her the headband. No! Fuck you, bitch! Sachiko was continuing to groan under her breath. Fearing what she might be capable of, I desperately tried to console her.
幸子ちゃん、聞いて、幸子ちゃん。これはお母さんに買ってもらったばかりの大事なものなの。だから。お母さん？
Somehow or another, that seemed to quell her anger. Her facial expression snapped back into that of the gentle, kind girl I'd been talking to all this time.
そうなの。だからあげられなくてごめんね。お母さんからの？
She was oddly receptive to this explanation, and even seemed fascinated by it. Maybe I'd caused her to remember something about her own mother. She was a little girl, after all, so her mom was probably really dear to her in life.
お母さん。お母さん。
She looked like she was on the verge of tears again. I was beginning to feel bad that I'd even broached the subject.
ごめんね。いいの。
She still seemed a bit sad, but she nodded. Maybe she understood that I wouldn't give her my headband, and maybe she was okay with it. Oh God, now what? Where have I got left to go? Excuse me? What have you been hiding from me?
ここに何かあるの、お姉ちゃん。
Yeah, there's panties. Soiled panties at that.
何も隠してなんかないよ。こ漏らししちゃったパンツなんて、幸子ちゃんに見せられないもんね。
What was that beep? That was weird. I know you're hiding something. I can't even go to the girls' room anymore. Alright, let me try the body pull again. Oh, I feel like I'm good. Sneeze was going to be the next word. Oof.
ねえ、幸子ちゃん。幸子ちゃん。ねえ、幸子ちゃん。
Oh, it's the music. It's the actual music. Okay. It's like it's not transitioned properly. She wasn't even looking at me anymore. I must have really upset her.
幸子ちゃん。カチューシャはあげられないけど、他のものならいいよ。他のもの？ 私にできることなんて少ないけど、他のものじゃあここ。でもここはもう入りたくない。あ、幸子ちゃん。
And without a moment's hesitation, Sachiko just opened the door and walked right in. I didn't even have an opportunity to stop her.
どうしよう。
What do I do now? What do I do now indeed? The first thing I noticed when I entered the room was Sachiko's form sprawled out on the ground at the foot of the body pool. She was twitching a bit and moaning again, but this time it sounded more like a moan of pain than of anger.
幸子ちゃん、幸子ちゃん、大丈夫？幸子ちゃん。
I stepped over her and turned around, so as to put the decaying bodies behind my back and out of my sight, then started shaking her. I felt like I absolutely needed to snap her out of whatever this was before something terrible happened.
お姉ちゃん、よかった。気がつ。
I could feel her tiny cold hand on my abdomen, through the thin cloth of my skirt. Why through the cloth? You literally had a hole cut in your skirt. Why did she just touch you directly? She was pushing me backwards with tremendous force.
触るな。
I lost my balance almost instantly and toppled over. It somehow felt like my fall occurred in slow motion. The walls and ceiling of the room grew more and more distant, but it happened gradually. Then I felt the murky liquid on my back and heard the splash. I was in the pool of bodies. Ooh! Ooh, that's an image. In fact, that's probably the thumbnail. Because I'd fallen backwards, it took me too long to regain my bearings. I was submerged in that horrible tainted water, close to drowning. I finally broke through the surface, dodging the many dislodged eyeballs that were floating on it like peas in chicken soup. Right, I have two questions. One, why did you compare it to soup? I mean, okay, fine, it kind of is a soup of sorts, but why was that your go-to? Why was chicken soup your go-to as well? And two, who has peas in chicken soup? Each one wrapped in dull red, bulging veins. Just how I like my soup, bulging. I didn't even want to think about what was in all the water I'd swallowed. True, but imagine how smooth your throat feels. Unfortunately, much of it was still in my tongue. My mouth was filled with tiny bits and pieces of other human beings. The taste was overpowering. I was gagging and belching so hard, it felt like I was going to regurgitate all my internal organs. I tried to scream, but could barely get any sound past the foul lumpy stew in my mouth. I was losing consciousness fast, and I remember silently praying, silently hoping that this was all just a dream. As the world faded around me, I just kept focusing on that one last wish. Please, let me wake up in my bed.
お姉ちゃん、捕
You raised my hopes and dashed them quite expertly, sir. Bravo!
Llama with the raid. Llama mama mamba mambo. Oh, I know what this is. Hang on. Yeah, that was one of the better songs he's produced. How are you doing? Did you have more testing today? I had to top up my stream time and count. Yeah, might be an idea. But now I am back. Well, you know what, Llama? You are always welcome here. It's a Llama Raid! What would a Llama Raid look like IRL? That'd just be a stampede, wouldn't it? Alright, oops. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see how much of an idiot Yuka has been. Let's see if she... Oh, excuse me. Let's see if she recognizes how much of an idiot she's been. I had no other choice. I grabbed Sachiko's outstretched arm and marveled again at her strength as she effortlessly pulled me out of the water. You know, right about this point, alarm bells would be going off. You know, though, I did have to make some tweaks. I reduced his memory. You reduced his memory? My entire body from head to toe was covered in sticky, goopy chunks of unidentifiable human flesh from countless different people. What an orgy! There were other issues besides speed with him having a bigger memory. Ah, fair enough. Just her head. Slowly, hesitantly, I raised my hand to my head to feel around and determine what this something might be. I wasn't looking forward to the answer. What I felt was a huge clump of matter stuck to my hair, and just touching it lightly caused some of it to stick to my hand as well. That's the best kind of soup, where it all just falls apart. It was a massive ball of fingers and toes. Ooh, wow. Raven, we have a new song created. Is it in the Discord? I'll get it later. The severed digits were all so sticky and slimy that they'd gotten completely wrapped up in my hair, like rollers. They weren't coming out easily. It is. Okay, I will get it. I will have a listen to it post-stream then. I'm slightly terrified as to what it is, though, that you feel the need to tell me. I must have passed out. When I came to, I was lying on the ground with Sachiko looking over me. She was on the verge of tears again. You're still buying this? But wasn't that her voice I heard giggling at me? If not, then whose was it? That had to be it. This sweet little girl couldn't possibly have been that twisted. You wanna bet? I didn't care how filthy I was. As long as Sachiko was alright, that was all that mattered. Well, poor you. Yes, she was my little sister now, after all. I had to take care of her. I had to look after her. And yet you turned down Kizami's offer. Whoa. Oh, I'm fully darkened. When the fuck did that happen?
待って幸子ちゃんどうしちゃったんだろう足が重い
Somehow Sachiko had wound up in the lead, and I was following her blindly, struggling to keep up with her blistering pace.
お姉ちゃん汚いもっと離れてよ
I looked down at my uniform, and sure enough, it was soaked through with the blood of those poor victims in the body pool, and smelled really awful.
そうだよねごめんね
I didn't recall saying that, or even trying to say that. It's like my mouth was moving on its own, speaking someone else's thoughts.
お姉ちゃんってほんとのろまだよねほんとだね
If this was how she was going to treat me, then why was I being so nice to her? Why was I doing whatever she asked of me? It was bothering me, and yet it wasn't. I honestly didn't care anymore. I was content just to follow this abusive little girl to the ends of the earth. How long had I been walking, I wondered.
幸子ちゃんまだ歩くの
I was following Sachiko despite myself. I had no idea how much time had passed, but it felt like an eternity. And she'd completely stopped answering any of my questions.
もういいや
She came to a halt.
どうしたの幸子ちゃん
She turned and looked up at me with wide, innocent eyes.
幸子ね欲しいものがあるの何
What was it going to be this time? I honestly didn't want to know, but the question came out of my mouth anyway, and so did this.
幸子ちゃんになら何でもあげるよじゃあ次はね命をちょうだい
Can I have your life? Jesus.
命
Somehow, some part of me knew this was coming. It was only a matter of time.
それはダメし
Once again, I couldn't seem to control the words coming out of my mouth. It just said whatever it wanted to say, regardless of how I felt.
私の命あげるの
She was laughing again. It was wild, crazy laughter. She was ecstatic.
ダメどうして何でもくれるんだよねお姉ちゃんだもんね
Sachiko's smile almost seemed to twinkle in the dull light of the corridor. She had the face of an angel. Yeah, and the soul of a demon. But it was all just a mask. I mustered all the strength I had, trying with whatever life was left in me to denounce her words and resist her pull. There was no hope for me anymore, but I still clung to what I could. If I could just reject her statement and tell her she was wrong.
Huh? 冗談はやめてね。早くお兄ちゃんを探そう。お兄ちゃんならきっと何とかしてくれるからね。だからお兄ちゃんを。お兄ちゃん？そうだよ。私はお兄ちゃんみたいになれないけど頑張るから。お兄ちゃんお兄ちゃんってうるさいんだよ。早くよこせ。殺してやる。殺して首に殺してやる。早く死ねー。幸子ちゃん。
And my body shook and spasmed uncontrollably. I was being overtaken by an invisible force. I mean, it felt darkening, I'm not surprised. It was compelling me to speak, to say what would be my very last words on this earth. A suicide note when you get right down to it. Oh, fucking Yoshikazu's here as well. Oh! Yeah, he is. It was instantaneous. With one single blow, my skull was cracked wide open, and blood splattered far and wide. I could feel blood trickling out from my nostrils and my right ear. My brain was jutting out from inside my head, fully exposed to the air. But I was still conscious. I could still feel everything. Oh, God, ow. I saw a bright flash of light and realised she'd just taken my picture with that instant camera she'd been holding onto. I mean, that would do it. That would absolutely do it.
綺麗な写真が撮れた。いやしい女。
Sachiko was such a cute little girl before, but now her face was twisted into a hateful, spiteful grimace as she looked down on me in contempt.
そうだ。これお兄ちゃんに見せてあげよう。何でもくれるって言ったでしょ。もう私のお兄ちゃん。
Sachiko began petting my sticky, matted head with her coarse, sticky hands in a mockery of my previous gentleness with her.
汚い顔。 本当はこれを取り上げるのが目的だったんだよね。
My scrap of paper? From the charm?
お姉ちゃんとはまた遊びたいから、ファクトにはしないであげる。
Oh, hang on, I'm gonna... There is an ad break about to come, but I'm gonna snooze it for a moment here. And that one as well, I think. Sorry, I just, yeah, because I feel like I'm either at the wrong end or I'm at the true end. There's only 4 endings in this one. I want to play with you again, Big Sis. I'll spare you from your fate for now. Ouch!
また遊ぼうね、ゆかお姉ちゃん。
That was the true end? Wow. Sachiko, you are more warped and twisted than I thought. And Tooth is now playable. Okay. Oh, Iri Kitabura. Only one soul testimony today. Oh. I feel like I've got a lot of recording ahead of me. Only Way Out completed Chapter 6. Renaissance Recover found all name tags from Renaissance Elementary. And I missed the title of the third one, but it was forgetting all the Harbour Elementary ones. Okay. So, since that's the end of the chapter, it will also mean the end of the stream. Bit of a shorter one today. But before we get to that point, I'm going to end these as I have normally done so. So, where is the one that we unlocked? Oh, right there, Eri Kitabura. Alright, let's see what you've got to say for yourself.
コープスパーティー、ブックオブシャドウズをお楽しみいただきました。皆さん、ありがとうございました。そして、こんにちは、持田ゆかです。本当に怖くて、ゆか、何度もおしっこも、では、ゆかからクリアしてくれた皆さんにおめでとうプレゼントです。
It's not your panties, is it?
この日のためにいっぱい練習しました。どうか聴いてください。歌です。赤く染まる祈り、お兄ちゃんが呼んでいる。それではありがとうございました。さようなら。
The holy fuck was that? What a crock of shit that was. Alrighty, but I do think with that is absolutely where I'm gonna call it, because what the fuck was that? Right. So, quite the hectic stream this time. Fair few raids, couple of subs, resubs, gifted subs, couple of a lot of bits being brought out this time. I want my money back. But yeah, no, thank you to Jordwell Flame, Sims Fangirl, Beligo, Clever Ducks, Glutton West, all for the subs, gifted subs, resubs, etc. Thank you, Jordwell, Clever Ducks, and Llama for the raids. Jordwell, thank you as well for the bits. Llama for your bits as well, because I know you dropped a couple. It does. This tracker doesn't track anything done through sound alerts. I've no idea why, but it doesn't. But I do still get them. I still do appreciate them. So that was never a song. No, that was an interrupted song. Very much so. All right. Let us see who we can raid today. Okay. Let's let's not do them. Russian fishing. I keep seeing Russian fishing and it's like, what the fuck? Ooh, I think I know who I'm going to raid. And they have just started raiding as well, so even better. So let me just make sure they are all okay. Just gotta wait for an ad to break, or an ad to finish. Okay, yeah. That was a phrase from a song, Never Dream About It. Ah, fair enough. And I still need to listen to the song that you just mentioned as well, so I will make absolutely sure to do that after I'm done here. And done my post-stream stuff. But, yeah, I think we're going to give this one to Becca. Doing a little bit of 7 Days to Die, it looks like, and, she only started about half an hour ago, so you know what? Let's show her a bit of support, bolster those numbers, and let's just have a gay old time. But yeah, remember folks, if you ever find yourself in a position where you're caught short and you somehow manage to piss yourself, just bury the evidence. No one will ever find it. Not unless there's foxes there, in which case they bite. But, it's the thought that still stands. That's better than from the game, right? Fair enough. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna let you go bury your pants. I'm probably gonna do the same sometime, but I'm not gonna piss mine first. Just get over to Becca. Take care, folks.